This is Jeff Barnard from CDKN in Cancun in Mexico, and I'm joined tonight by Dr. Hasan Mahmud, who is the Minister of Environment in Bangladesh. Dr. Mahmud, I'm very kind of you to join us. I'm sure you have an extremely busy day. Now, Bangladesh, I see has been a pioneer in taking climate adaptation, taking thinking about it, into actually doing something about it. So you've made a really important start. I'd like to hear, in your words, what do you see as the big challenges lying ahead for you?
For Bangladesh, actually, we have many challenges arising from climate change. In Bangladesh, climate change is not threat. Climate change is the reality. Threat, what is about to come. But that is reality in Bangladesh. Because of the sea level rise, there is salinity intrusion in the coastal region of Bangladesh. There is more frequent natural calamities in Bangladesh. There is symptom of desertification in the northern part of Bangladesh. There is increased flooding in Bangladesh because of the glacier melting in the Himalayan region. So Bangladesh is affected by all the negative factors related to climate change. So in Bangladesh, we are facing many challenges. For example, because of the more frequent natural calamities, we face a lot of problems, not only in the coastal region of Bangladesh, all over the country. And according to the recent research findings done by Maplecraft based in USA and Germanwatch based in Germany, Bangladesh is not one of the most vulnerable country. Bangladesh is the most vulnerable country. So you can imagine how much task lies before us to address the issues related to climate change. I cannot say in one word what are the challenges. I just want to give you some light. According to the prediction by the scientists, if sea level is rising by 2050 or whatever it is, 30 million people will be displaced in Bangladesh if the population of Bangladesh will not be increased in the future years, in the coming years. But that is not the case. Population is increasing in Bangladesh. Within the next 40 years, more 100 million population will be added to the present population of Bangladesh. And we need more 6,000 cyclone shelters in Bangladesh. The dikes, we have 7,000 kilometers of coastal dikes in Bangladesh. These dikes are constructed, we started construction of these dikes back in 1960s. But because of the climate change, these dikes are not efficient enough. We need to reconstruct all these dikes, 7,000 kilometers. And we need to do river training, river management, dredging, etc. And that alone cost $3 billion. We need, within 5 years' time, to address the issues related to climate change, $6 billion.
Wow, this is serious money.
Very serious.
You've pointed out the threats very eloquently here. Are there any silver linings here? Does climate change pose any opportunities for Bangladesh?
I would not say climate change is an opportunity for Bangladesh. But what I see, if the global community understands and global community shares the burden related to climate change, then that will be helpful for us. Because we are the worst victim of the climate change, not contributing anything to the cause. The per capita per year greenhouse gas emission done by the people of Bangladesh, 0.3 ton, and per capita per year greenhouse gas emission done by the people in the developing countries, 1.6 ton, and in developed countries, 15 to 20 ton. So you see how negligible is the emission done by the people of Bangladesh. So, but we are the innocent victim, and we are trying to help ourselves. We have allocated $100 million in the last financial year. In this financial year, we have allocated again $100 million. So this is peanut compared to the necessity. So if the global community agree, and we have agreed in Copenhagen, although there is no delivery, I don't see anything so far, then to address the issues related to climate change, to enhance the capacity of resilience of the people of Bangladesh, we shall be helped by the global community. I don't say this is an opportunity. This is the burden sharing by the global community.
You've come here to Cancun as to lead the delegation from Bangladesh. What's the big message you've brought to these negotiations?
I would say till today we have realized the problem related to climate change. We have understood the magnitude of the problem, but we have so far failed to do something to address the issues related to climate change. And that shows, for example, last year, the 40 major military expenditure countries spent 1.5 trillion US dollar for military purpose. And even last year, despite economic meltdown, military expenditure in those countries rose by 7%. So we spent more money than the previous year to fight with each other, but we are still struggling to provide 30 billion US dollar starting from 2010 within 2012. As we agreed in Copenhagen, we have failed to provide this money, to accumulate this money. And we are struggling to have negotiation to come to a consensus how you could raise 100 billion US dollar by 2020. But last year alone, we increased our military expenditure by 75 billion US dollars, something like. So what I urge to the global community, that we must act rapidly to address the issues related to climate change, to salvage this sinking globe. And if we fail to do so, then the future generation will not forgive us.